Have you ever felt like the world is too loud? Everywhere you go, people are talking, showing off, and demanding attention. Social media is filled with voices, arguments, and endless comparisons. In this noise, it is easy to forget who you really are. But what if you chose silence? What if, instead of chasing others, you focused on yourself? What if you built your skills, your mind, and your strength quietly, so that when the right time comes, you rise without warning? This audiobook is about that power. The power of silence. The power of focus. The power of working on yourself in private, so that your results speak louder than any words ever could. You do not need to prove yourself to the world right now. You do not need to respond to every critic or every distraction. Your only job is to build, to prepare, to grow, because when 2026 comes, your silence will turn into impact. In the chapters ahead, you will learn how to shut out distractions, focus on growth, and protect your energy. You will discover why silence is not weakness, but strength. You will see how the greatest victories are prepared in secret, and you will learn how to stay steady while the world around you is restless. Before we begin, I want you to make a choice. Stay with this audiobook until the end. Let each chapter guide you, step by step, toward a stronger and wiser version of yourself. And if you want more inspiring journeys like this, remember to subscribe and follow along. Now, let us begin the path of silence, focus, and transformation. Welcome to Focus on Yourself and Stay Silent Before Coming. Chapter 1. The Power of Silence. Silence is often misunderstood. Many people believe that silence is weakness. They think that being silent means you have nothing to say, or that you are afraid. But the truth is very different. Silence, when chosen with purpose, is one of the most powerful tools a person can have. It is a shield, a weapon, and a teacher. Silence allows you to focus on what truly matters, yourself. When the world around you is noisy, silence becomes a gift. The noise of others often pulls you away from your own path. Friends, family, and strangers all have opinions about who you should be and what you should do. Social media adds to this noise, filling your mind with endless comparisons and distractions. In silence, you cut off that noise. You stop chasing the opinions of others, and you begin to hear your own voice. That voice is quiet at first, but it is real. It is your truth. Greatness is often built in silence. Think of the strongest athletes. Their training is not on display every day. They work in private gyms, in empty fields, in quiet mornings when no one is watching. By the time they compete, their results shock the world. People only see the victory, not the years of silent preparation. The same is true for artists, entrepreneurs, and leaders. What you see in public is the result of years of silent work. Silence also protects your energy. When you talk too much about your plans, you lose energy before you even begin. Sharing everything with everyone may feel good for a moment, but it often weakens your focus. Some people may even discourage you, laugh at you, or try to pull you down. When you stay silent, you keep your energy inside. You protect your dreams until they are strong enough to stand on their own. There is a saying, "Work in silence. Let success make the noise." This is not just a clever phrase, it is the truth. Talking about what you will do does not change your life. Doing the work does, and the best way to do the work is to stay focused, stay quiet, and let your actions speak for you when the time is right. Silence also teaches you patience. In silence, you learn that not every battle needs to be fought with words. Not every insult needs an answer. Not every challenge needs a reaction. Silence allows you to step back, to think, and to choose your response wisely. This patience makes you stronger than those who act out of impulse. Another power of silence is self-control. In silence, you practice discipline. You stop reacting to every distraction. You stop giving your attention to things that do not matter. You learn to hold your tongue when speaking would bring no value. Self-control is a rare strength, and silence helps you build it. But silence is not just about avoiding others. It is about focusing inward. In silence, you hear your own thoughts more clearly. You begin to notice your fears, your dreams, and your goals. You understand what drives you and what holds you back. This awareness gives you the power to grow. Without silence, you are always running, always reacting. With silence, you are steady, calm, and focused. Silence also brings peace. In a noisy world, peace is rare. When you create silence around you, you create space for rest. Your mind becomes clear, your body becomes calm, and your heart becomes strong. From this peace, you can build anything. Many people fear silence because it feels empty. But silence is not emptiness, it is space. It is the space where you can create, grow, and prepare. Just like a seed grows underground in silence before breaking into the sunlight, your growth also begins in silence. By the time the world sees you, your roots will already be strong. This is why silence before 2026 is so important. The next years are your time to prepare. They are your years of growth, discipline, and quiet strength. If you use this time wisely, your results in 2026 will speak louder than any words could. People will wonder how you became so strong, so focused, so successful. They will not see the silent years, but you will know. Remember this: silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. It is the quiet that builds power. It is the pause that prepares for action. It is the space where transformation happens. If you learn to embrace silence now, the world will hear your success later. In the next chapter, we will explore the art of focus, how to direct your time and energy toward yourself without getting lost in distractions. But first, carry this truth with you. Your silence today is the foundation of your strength tomorrow. Work quietly, grow steadily, and let the future carry the sound of your success. Chapter 2. The Art of Focus. Focus is one of the rarest skills in today's world. Everywhere you look, there are distractions, social media, endless conversations, notifications, and people pulling at your attention. Many people try to do everything at once, but in the end, they achieve very little. Focus is the art of saying no to what does not matter and saying yes to what does. It is the power to give your full attention to one thing until it grows into something real. When you focus on yourself, you stop wasting time on comparing your life to others. You stop chasing after what everyone else is doing. Instead, you put your energy into your own goals, your own growth, and your own discipline. Focus is not about being busy. Many people are busy, but very few are focused. Focus is about being clear. It is about knowing what truly matters and working on it every day. Think about the sun. When its light spreads everywhere, it gives warmth, but no fire. But when you take that same light and focus it through a lens, it becomes strong enough to burn. The same is true with your life. If your energy is scattered across distractions, you will never reach your full power. But when you gather your energy and focus it on your growth, you become unstoppable. Focus also saves time. When you are distracted, even simple tasks take hours. But when you are focused, you achieve more in minutes than others achieve in hours. Focus turns effort into results. It is the secret weapon of successful people. But focus is not easy. It requires discipline. It means turning off the noise, saying no to temptations, and resisting the urge to do everything at once. It means choosing the few things that matter most and giving them your full attention. Discipline may feel hard at first, but it builds strength inside you. Every time you resist a distraction, you train your mind to grow sharper. One way to build focus is to know your priorities. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve before 2026? What skills do I need? What habits do I need to build? Write them down. Once you know your priorities, protect them. Do not let small distractions steal your time from big goals. Focus also means protecting your environment. If your space is full of noise, clutter, and constant interruptions, focus will be impossible. Create an environment where you can work and grow in peace. This may mean spending more time alone, turning off notifications, or creating a routine that blocks out distractions. The world will always try to pull your attention, but you must protect it. Focus is also about the mind. A wandering mind is the enemy of progress. To focus, you must train your mind to stay in the present moment. Instead of worrying about the past or fearing the future, bring your attention back to the task in front of you. Practice mindfulness. When your mind drifts, gently bring it back. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to stay focused for longer periods. Another part of focus is consistency. Anyone can focus for a day. True growth comes from focusing every day, even when you do not feel like it. Small steps, repeated with focus, create big results over time. Do not underestimate the power of daily discipline. But focus does not mean ignoring everything else in life. It means giving attention to what truly matters first. Once your priorities are handled, you will still have time for rest, joy, and connection. Balance is part of focus. Too much pressure without rest will only break you. True focus includes knowing when to work hard and when to recharge. The art of focus is about clarity, discipline, and persistence. When you master it, you separate yourself from the crowd. Most people are too distracted to build anything lasting, but you will be different. By staying focused on yourself, you will grow in silence, while others waste their time in noise. When the moment comes, your results will be so clear that no one can deny them. As you move toward 2026, focus will be your greatest tool. The world will try to distract you. People will try to pull you into drama. Social media will try to steal your time. But if you hold your focus steady, you will rise above all of it. Your silence and your focus will prepare you for a future far greater than you can imagine now. In the next chapter, we will explore self-discipline, the backbone of focus. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. But never forget this truth: your future depends on your focus. Guard it, train it, and use it to build the life you deserve. Chapter 3. The Discipline Blueprint. Discipline is the backbone of focus. Without discipline, focus cannot survive. Many people start strong, filled with excitement and motivation, but when challenges come, they give up. Motivation is like a spark. It is bright but short. Discipline is like firewood. It keeps the flame burning through the night. If you want to build yourself in silence before 2026, you must follow the blueprint of discipline. Discipline begins with small daily actions. Many people imagine discipline as something huge, like climbing a mountain or running a marathon. But real discipline is built in the little choices you make each day. Waking up when you said you would, finishing the task you started, saying no to distractions. Each small act of discipline builds strength inside you. Over time, these small acts become habits, and habits shape your life. The first part of the blueprint is clarity. You must know what you are working toward. Discipline without direction is like running without a map. You waste energy, but reach nowhere. Ask yourself, what are the skills, habits, and goals I want to master before 2026? Write them clearly. Your discipline will be tested, and in those moments, your vision will remind you why you must continue. The second part is structure. Discipline thrives on routine. When you create a daily plan, you reduce the chance of distraction. For example, set times for study, exercise, work, and rest. Follow these times consistently. At first it may feel hard, but soon it becomes automatic. Structure gives discipline a home to grow. The third part is accountability. When you hold yourself accountable, you take responsibility for your actions. Do not wait for others to push you. Be your own coach, your own teacher, your own motivator. Some people use journals to track progress. Others use quiet reflection at the end of the day. What matters is that you measure yourself honestly. Discipline grows when you face the truth about your effort. Another key to discipline is resisting comfort. The mind loves comfort. It whispers, stay in bed, skip the work, take it easy. But comfort does not build strength. Growth only comes through discomfort. Each time you push past laziness, you build discipline. It may hurt in the moment, but that pain creates the power you will need in the future. Discipline also requires patience. Results do not come overnight. You may work hard for weeks or months before seeing progress. Many people quit because they expect instant rewards. But if you stay patient and disciplined, the results will appear. Patience is proof of discipline, and discipline is proof of commitment. Failure is another test of discipline. Everyone fails at some point. You will miss days. You will make mistakes. But discipline means standing back up each time. It means learning from failure instead of quitting. Failure is not the opposite of discipline, it is part of it. Each failure gives you a chance to build more strength. Discipline is also about balance. It does not mean working non-stop without rest. True discipline includes rest, because rest restores your energy for the next challenge. Without rest, you will burn out. With balance, your discipline becomes sustainable, lasting not just for weeks, but for years. One secret of discipline is focusing on progress, not perfection. If you expect to be perfect, you will become frustrated and stop. Discipline is not about never failing. It is about failing less often and rising faster. Each day, aim to be a little better than yesterday. Over time, small progress becomes great achievement. Why is discipline so important for your journey before 2026? Because these are the years of building. The world may not see your work now, they may not notice your efforts, but your discipline is building a foundation that will surprise them later. Every morning you rise on time, every task you complete, every temptation you resist. These are silent victories that prepare you for visible success. Think of discipline as your shield. It protects you from distraction, laziness, and weakness. It keeps you steady when emotions rise and motivation fades. With discipline, you can stay silent, stay focused, and stay strong until the time is right to show your results. In the next chapter, we will explore self-awareness, how knowing yourself helps you master discipline and focus. But carry this truth with you. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is freedom. It frees you from chaos, from regret, and from weakness. It gives you the power to create the life you want. Discipline is the blueprint of greatness, and if you follow it, 2026 will not be the beginning of your rise, it will be the proof of it. Chapter 4. The Strength of Self-Awareness. Before you can master silence, focus, or discipline, you must first master yourself. Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly, to understand your emotions, habits, strengths, and weaknesses. Without self-awareness, you walk blindly. You repeat mistakes without knowing why. You react without thinking. But with self-awareness, you gain control over your life. You understand who you are and where you are going. This is why self-awareness is strength. Self-awareness begins with noticing your emotions. Many people live without ever stopping to ask, what am I feeling right now? They get angry and lash out. They feel jealous and act cruel. They feel afraid and run away. Without awareness, emotions control you. But when you pause and notice your feelings, you gain the power to choose your response. You might feel anger, but instead of shouting, you take a deep breath. You might feel fear, but instead of running, you gather courage. Awareness gives you choice, and choice gives you strength. Self-awareness is also about knowing your habits. Every day, you act in patterns, some helpful, some harmful. Maybe you scroll on your phone for hours, losing precious time. Maybe you eat when you are bored, not hungry. Maybe you stay up too late and wake up tired. These habits shape your life more than you realize. Self-awareness means noticing them without judgment. You ask, does this habit help me reach my goals before 2026, or does it hold me back? By seeing clearly, you can change. Another part of self-awareness is knowing your strengths. Too often, people only focus on what they lack, but each person has gifts. Maybe you are good at listening, at solving problems, at staying calm, or at working hard. When you know your strengths, you can use them with confidence. Self-awareness allows you to build your life on what you do well, while also improving where you are weak. Weakness is not failure. It is an opportunity. Self-awareness means facing your weaknesses honestly. It means saying, I need to work on patience, or I need to improve my focus. Many people avoid this truth, but honesty is the first step to growth. When you know your weak points, you can train them, just like a muscle. Over time, what was once weakness can become strength. Self-awareness also helps you protect your energy. Some people or places drain you. Others inspire and strengthen you. Without awareness, you may spend too much time with the wrong people or in the wrong places. With awareness, you choose carefully. You know what lifts you up and what drags you down. Protecting your energy is part of focusing on yourself. Silence helps develop self-awareness. When you are always surrounded by noise, you cannot hear your own mind. But in silence, you begin to notice your thoughts. Some are positive, some are negative, some push you forward, others hold you back. Self-awareness means not running from these thoughts, but facing them. The more you understand yourself, the more control you gain over your future. Why does self-awareness matter so much before 2026? Because this is your time of building. If you do not know yourself, you will waste time chasing the wrong goals. You may build a life that looks good to others, but feels empty inside. But if you know yourself, your values, your dreams, your strengths, you will build a life that is real, powerful, and lasting. Think of a house. If the builder does not know the land, the house may collapse. But if they study the ground first, they build strong. Self-awareness is like that study. It gives you the knowledge to build your life on a foundation that will not fall. Self-awareness also makes relationships better. When you know your emotions and triggers, you treat others with more respect. You understand when you need space, when you need support, and when you need to listen. This makes you easier to trust and easier to love. Social intelligence begins with self-awareness. Developing self-awareness takes practice. Ask yourself daily, what am I feeling? What did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow? Write your answers in a journal. Pay attention to how your body reacts in different situations. Notice the patterns of your thoughts. Over time, these reflections build clarity. Self-awareness is not about perfection. You will still make mistakes, still feel emotions, still struggle with habits. But awareness means you will notice faster and recover quicker. Instead of being controlled by your mind, you will guide it. Instead of being lost in your habits, you will choose them. As you prepare for 2026, self-awareness will keep you grounded. When others are distracted, you will stay focused. When others are lost, you will know your path. When others waste years, you will use yours wisely. This strength will make your silence powerful. In the next chapter, we will explore self-control, the ability to act with discipline once you are aware of yourself. But never forget this. Self-awareness is the beginning of all change. You cannot fix what you do not see. You cannot grow what you do not know. The strength of self-awareness is the strength to face yourself honestly and to build the life you truly deserve. Chapter 5, Mastering Self-Control. Self-control is one of the hardest skills to master, but it is also one of the most powerful. Without self-control, focus and discipline collapse. Without self-control, silence breaks into noise. It is the ability to guide your actions, thoughts, and emotions instead of letting them guide you. If you want to focus on yourself and stay silent until 2026, you must learn to master self-control. Self-control begins with choice. Every day you face hundreds of choices: when to wake up, what to eat, how to respond, where to spend your time. Many people live on impulse, doing whatever feels good in the moment. But impulse often leads to regret. Self-control means pausing, thinking, and choosing the action that matches your long-term goals, not your short-term feelings. Imagine you are trying to study, but your phone keeps buzzing. Impulse says, check the message, scroll for a few minutes. Relax, but self-control says, stay focused, finish the work, your reward will come later. That pause, that decision, is the difference between progress and distraction. Over time, each small act of control builds strength inside you. Self-control is not about denying yourself joy, it is about timing. It is choosing delayed gratification over instant pleasure. For example, instead of eating junk food now, you eat healthy so that your body grows stronger for the future. Instead of spending money on quick pleasures, you save and invest for long-term freedom. Instead of reacting in anger now, you stay calm and protect the relationship. Self-control says, not now, but later, and it will be better. One of the secrets of self-control is awareness. You must know your triggers. Maybe you lose control when you are tired, when you are bored, or when you are angry. If you know this, you can prepare. For example, if you know you lose focus when your phone is near, keep it in another room. If you know you argue when hungry, eat before serious talks. Awareness gives you the power to guide yourself before emotions take over. Another part of self-control is environment. People often blame themselves for weak willpower, but the truth is that environment shapes behavior. If you keep junk food in your room, you will eat it. If you surround yourself with distractions, you will lose focus. But if you design your environment with care, keeping healthy food, keeping your workspace clean, surrounding yourself with positive people, self-control becomes easier. Self-control also grows with practice. It is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. At first, it feels hard to resist temptation, but each time you succeed, you grow stronger. Over months and years, you build discipline that feels natural. By 2026, if you practice daily, you will have the strength to face challenges that once felt impossible. Silence itself is an act of self-control. When people insult you, the impulse is to fight back. But silence is stronger. It shows that you are not controlled by the words of others. When people brag about their lives, the impulse is to compete. But silence keeps your energy for your own growth. When people demand to know your plans, self-control says, stay silent, let your results speak later. Another gift of self-control is peace. People without control live in chaos. They eat what they regret, say what they regret, spend what they regret. They are constantly pulled in every direction. But people with self-control live steady. They are not slaves to impulse. They live with purpose, and this brings calm. Why does self-control matter so much before 2026? Because the next years are your training ground. These years will test you. Distractions will call you. Temptations will chase you. People will try to break your silence. Without self-control, you will fall. But with it, you will rise. Each day of self-control is a brick in the foundation of your future success. Failure is also part of the journey. You will not always win against temptation. Sometimes you will break your focus or lose your patience. But self-control does not mean perfection. It means returning stronger after failure. It means learning what triggered you and preparing better next time. Every failure can become a teacher if you are willing to listen. Remember this: self-control is not about being rigid or cold. It is about being wise. It is not about saying no to life. It is about saying yes to the life you want. Each choice of control is a vote for your future self. By 2026, the person you become will be the result of the choices you make today. In the next chapter, we will explore managing emotions, the hidden force that shapes so many of our actions. But carry this truth with you: mastering self-control is mastering freedom. The person who controls themselves is stronger than the person who controls the world. If you can guide your own mind and actions, no one and nothing can stop you. Chapter 6. Managing Emotions Wisely. Emotions are powerful. They can lift you to great heights or pull you down into darkness. They can inspire you to work harder or tempt you to quit. They can bring people together or tear relationships apart. Learning to manage emotions wisely is one of the most important steps in focusing on yourself and staying silent before 2026. If you do not control your emotions, they will control you. Everyone feels emotions: anger, sadness, fear, joy, excitement. These are part of being human. The problem is not the emotion itself, but the way we handle it. Some people let anger explode and regret it later. Others let fear stop them from trying. Some let sadness keep them stuck. But socially and personally strong people do not deny their emotions. They acknowledge them, understand them, and then guide them in the right direction. Managing emotions begins with awareness. When you feel something, pause and notice it. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Where is it coming from? Maybe you are not really angry at your friend. You are tired from lack of sleep. Maybe you are not really afraid of the task. You are nervous because you care deeply about the result. Naming emotions gives you control over them. The next step is creating space between feeling and action. Too many people react instantly to emotions. They shout when angry, quit when frustrated, or hide when afraid. But wise people create a pause. They take a breath. They count to 10. They step away for a moment. This pause gives the mind time to think. It prevents regret and allows for smarter choices. Breathing is one of the simplest but most powerful tools for managing emotions. When you are upset, your heart beats faster and your breath becomes short. Taking slow, deep breaths calms the body and signals the brain to relax. This small act can turn a storm of emotion into a moment of peace. Reframing is another tool. This means looking at a situation from a different angle. For example, if someone criticizes you, you could see it as an attack and feel hurt. Or you could reframe it as feedback, an opportunity to learn. The event is the same, but your interpretation changes your emotional response. Reframing transforms pain into growth. Self-talk also matters. The words you say to yourself in emotional moments are powerful. If you tell yourself, "I can't handle this," your fear will grow. But if you say, "I can get through this one step at a time," your courage will grow. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a friend, with encouragement and strength. Sometimes managing emotions means knowing when to step away. If a situation is too heated, it may be best to leave for a while. A walk, exercise, or quiet reflection can release the energy of strong emotions. When you return, you can respond with calm instead of chaos. Stepping away is not weakness, it is wisdom. Managing emotions wisely also means balancing positive emotions. Excitement and joy are wonderful, but if uncontrolled, they can lead to poor choices. For example, being too excited might make you spend money carelessly or take unnecessary risks. Balance allows you to enjoy happiness without letting it control you. Why is managing emotions so important before 2026? Because the coming years are about building strength in silence. People may criticize your path, distractions may test your patience, failures may hurt your confidence. Without emotional control, you will lose your way. But with it, you will stay calm, steady, and focused. Your silence will not be emptiness. It will be power under control. Managing emotions also makes relationships stronger. When you stay calm in conflict, people trust you more. When you show patience, they respect you. When you listen instead of exploding, they feel safe. Emotional control does not mean being cold, it means being wise. It shows maturity, strength, and leadership. Remember this: emotions are signals, not commands. They tell you what you are feeling, but they do not have to decide what you do. Anger can signal that something feels unfair. Fear can signal that something is important. Sadness can signal that something matters to you. Use emotions as information, not as orders. As you prepare for 2026, learn to master this inner power. Practice noticing your feelings, pausing before you act, and guiding your emotions with wisdom. Over time, this will become natural. You will no longer be a slave to your emotions, you will be their master. In the next chapter, we will explore the value of patience and timing, how silence and waiting can become your greatest advantage. But carry this truth with you now. Strong people are not those who feel nothing. Strong people are those who feel deeply, but still choose wisely. Master your emotions, and you master your destiny. Chapter 7. The value of patience and timing. Patience is one of the most underrated strengths in life. In a world that moves fast, where everyone wants quick results, patience feels old-fashioned. But the truth is, nothing great is built overnight. A strong body, a successful career, deep knowledge, or a peaceful mind, all of these take time. The value of patience is that it gives you the ability to wait, to endure, and to trust the process without giving up. Timing is the partner of patience. It is not only about waiting, but also about knowing when to act. Many people fail because they rush at the wrong time, or they wait too long when action is needed. Wisdom comes when you combine patience with timing, knowing when to stay silent, when to prepare, and when to move. Patience begins with understanding growth. Think of a seed planted in the ground. You water it, give it sunlight, and wait. You cannot dig it up every day to check if it is growing. If you do, you kill it. Instead, you trust the process. In silence and patience, the seed grows roots. One day, it breaks through the soil and rises strong. Your life works the same way. The habits you build, the discipline you practice, and the silence you keep are like planting seeds. They may not show results immediately, but with patience, they will grow into success. The world around you will test your patience. You will see people showing off quick wins, making noise about their small successes. You may feel pressure to prove yourself too. But remember this, fast results are often weak results. What is built in a rush often breaks in a storm. What is built with patience lasts. Your silence before 2026 is not emptiness, it is the patience that makes your foundation unshakable. Timing is equally powerful. There is a right moment for everything. Speaking at the wrong time can destroy trust. Acting too early can waste effort. Waiting too long can let opportunities slip away. Success is not just about hard work, it is about working at the right time. Silence gives you space to watch, to learn, and to sense the right moment. Patience also protects your emotions. Without patience, you react quickly, often in anger or frustration. With patience, you breathe, step back, and choose wisely. This calmness allows you to avoid mistakes and keep relationships strong. Patience is not weakness, it is control over your energy. Another gift of patience is endurance. The road to 2026 will not always be smooth. There will be failures, delays, and obstacles. Without patience, these challenges will break you. But with patience, you see them as part of the journey. You keep going, steady and strong, until you reach your goal. Patience and timing are also about trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the future. When you rush, you show doubt. When you wait with patience, you show faith. This faith gives you strength. It allows you to keep building even when no one else believes in you. Why is patience so important for silence? Because silence without patience feels heavy. You may feel restless, desperate to be seen or heard. But silence, with patience, feels powerful. It is the quiet confidence that says, "My time will come, and when it comes, you will be ready." Timing makes your silence even stronger. Imagine waiting in the shadows, building your skills, training your mind, growing quietly. Then, at the right moment, you step forward. Your results are undeniable. People are surprised because they did not see your preparation. That shock, that impact, comes from patience combined with timing. Patience also teaches humility. It reminds you that you cannot control everything. You cannot force success to come faster than it should. You can only control your effort, your focus, and your silence. The rest takes time. Humility allows you to trust the process and respect the journey. Think of history's greatest builders, leaders, and thinkers. None of them achieved greatness in a day. They worked in silence for years. They failed, learned, and tried again. Their patience built the foundation for their success. You must do the same. Before 2026, your silence and patience will prepare you for the moment that belongs to you. In the next chapter, we will explore the discipline of consistency, the power of showing up every day, no matter what. But carry this truth with you now. Patience is not waiting for life to happen. It is preparing while you wait. Timing is not luck. It is the wisdom to act when the moment is right. Together, patience and timing will make your silence powerful and your future unstoppable. Chapter 8. The Discipline of Consistency. Consistency is the hidden engine of success. Talent matters. Hard work matters. But without consistency, both will fade. Consistency means showing up every day, even when you do not feel like it. It means doing the small actions again and again until they become habits, until they create results. If you want to be ready by 2026, consistency will be your greatest ally. Many people start with excitement. They begin a new goal with energy. They say, "This time, I will change." But after a few days or weeks, their energy fades. They miss one day, then two, and soon the habit is gone. The problem is not that they lacked motivation. The problem is that they lacked consistency. Motivation may start the journey, but only consistency finishes it. Consistency is powerful because it multiplies small actions into big results. Think of water dripping on a stone. One drop seems weak, but over time, it can carve a hole through solid rock. The same is true for your habits. Studying 1 hour a day may not seem much, but over years, it builds deep knowledge. Exercising daily may feel small, but over months, it builds strength. Saving money regularly may feel slow, but over time, it builds wealth. Consistency turns ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Another truth about consistency is that it creates trust in yourself. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that your words matter. But every time you break your promise, you lose trust in yourself. Consistency is not just about progress. It is about building a relationship with yourself. By 2026, the trust you build now will give you unstoppable confidence. Consistency also creates rhythm. When you do something at the same time daily, it becomes natural. At first, it feels like effort, but with time, it becomes automatic. Waking up early, working out, reading, meditating, these can all become as natural as brushing your teeth. Rhythm takes the weight off discipline and turns it into habit. But consistency is not about being perfect. You will miss days, you will make mistakes. Consistency means returning quickly after failure. It means not letting one missed day become one missed week. It means forgiving yourself, but not excusing yourself. The best do not avoid failure. They recover fast. Another key to consistency is simplicity. Do not set goals so big that you cannot keep them. Start small. A few pages of reading each day, a short workout, a small amount of savings. Small actions done daily are better than big actions done rarely. Over time, small steps carry you farther than giant leaps. Consistency is also about patience. Results may not show right away. Weeks of work may seem invisible, but consistency builds quietly, like roots under the soil. When the time comes, your growth will break through, strong and undeniable. Without patience, people quit too soon. With patience, consistency reveals its full power. Why does consistency matter so much before 2026? Because these silent years are your preparation. The world may not see your daily work. They may not notice your discipline. But every day you stay consistent, you are building a version of yourself that will shock them later. Silence hides the process, but consistency builds the proof. Consistency also teaches humility. You realize that greatness is not built by one big action, but by many small ones. You learn to respect the process, to honor the journey. This humility keeps you grounded and focused. Think of a mountain. Climbing it in one jump is impossible, but step by step, day by day, you can reach the top. Consistency is those steps. It is what turns dreams into reality. Without it, goals remain only wishes. With it, goals become achievements. In the next chapter, we will explore the power of solitude, why spending time alone is not loneliness, but a gift. But carry this truth with you. Consistency is discipline in motion. It is the promise you make to yourself and keep every day. If you master consistency, your silence before 2026 will not feel empty. It will feel powerful, because you will know that every day, in silence, you are building the life that will soon be revealed to the world. This chapter 9, the power of solitude. Many people fear being alone. They think solitude means loneliness, emptiness, or weakness. They rush to fill every moment with noise, company, or distraction. But solitude, when chosen with purpose, is not weakness, it is strength. Solitude is the space where you meet yourself, where you hear your own thoughts, and where you grow in silence. If you want to focus on yourself and stay silent before 2026, you must learn to value solitude. Loneliness and solitude are not the same. Loneliness is the pain of being without others when you want their presence. Solitude is the peace of being with yourself when you choose it. Loneliness drains you. Solitude restores you. Loneliness makes you feel empty. Solitude makes you feel full. The difference is in your mindset. When you fear being alone, you run from yourself. When you embrace solitude, you discover yourself. Solitude is powerful because it gives you clarity. In the noise of the world, your own voice is hard to hear. Friends, family, and society constantly tell you who you should be. Social media fills your mind with comparisons. But in solitude, you step away from all of that. You listen only to yourself. You ask, what do I truly want? What do I need to change? Who am I becoming? These questions are uncomfortable, but they bring truth. Great minds throughout history valued solitude. Writers, thinkers, leaders, and inventors all spent long hours alone. In silence, they created, reflected, and built. Their solitude gave birth to ideas that changed the world. Your solitude may not change the world, but it can change your world. It can give you the wisdom, discipline, and strength you need for your journey. Solitude also gives you peace. Constant noise and company can exhaust you. Even good people can drain your energy if you never rest. Time alone allows your mind to recharge, your body to relax, and your spirit to grow strong. Peace in solitude is not escape. It is preparation. It gives you energy to face the world again, with focus and clarity. Another gift of solitude is self-reliance. When you spend time alone, you learn to depend on yourself. You realize that your happiness does not need to come from others. You discover that you can comfort yourself, motivate yourself, and guide yourself. This independence makes you strong. It means that even when people doubt you or leave you, you remain steady. But solitude is not always easy. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may feel restless without company or distraction. This is because you are not used to facing your own thoughts. But if you stay patient, solitude becomes natural. Soon, you will look forward to it. You will see it not as empty space, but as sacred time for growth. In solitude, creativity also flourishes. Ideas rise when the mind is free from noise. Solutions come when you are not distracted. Many great breakthroughs happen not in meetings or conversations, but in quiet moments alone. Your own creativity will grow if you give it space. Why is solitude important before 2026? Because this is your season of building in silence. You cannot grow fully if you are always surrounded by noise. You need solitude to train, to plan, to heal, and to strengthen. While others waste their time in constant company, you will use solitude as a tool for transformation. Solitude also sharpens focus. When you are alone, there are fewer distractions. You can give your full attention to your goals, your discipline, and your inner growth. Hours spent in solitude are not wasted. They are invested in your future. Another truth is that solitude reveals who you really are. Without the opinions of others, you see your real thoughts, fears, and desires. Some of these may be hard to face, but they give you the chance to grow. Solitude is like a mirror that reflects your true self. Once you see clearly, you can change wisely. Think of a tree. It grows its roots in silence, deep underground, unseen by the world. That solitude is what makes the tree strong enough to stand tall later. Your solitude works the same way. By 2026, your roots of discipline, clarity, and strength will be deep. When you step into the light, the world will see only your strength, not the silent solitude that built it. In the next chapter, we will explore the strength of building habits, how daily actions shape your destiny. But carry this truth with you. Solitude is not your enemy. It is your secret weapon. Learn to love the quiet. Learn to grow in it. In solitude, you do not lose yourself. You find yourself, and when you find yourself, no noise in the world can shake you. Chapter 10. Building Strong Habits. Your life is not shaped by what you do once in a while. It is shaped by what you do every single day. Habits are the invisible architecture of your future. They are the small actions repeated over and over until they become part of you. Strong habits build a strong life. Weak habits weaken it. If you want to be ready for 2026, you must learn to build strong habits that carry you through silence, focus, and growth. A habit begins as a choice. At first, you must push yourself. You decide to wake up early, to exercise, to read, to study, or to work on your craft. In the beginning, it feels hard. Your body resists. Your mind looks for excuses, but if you repeat the action enough times, the brain learns. It becomes automatic. What once felt difficult becomes natural. That is the power of habit. Habits save energy. Without them, every action requires a new decision. Should I work today or not? Should I read or not? This constant choice exhausts the mind. But when something is a habit, you no longer ask, you just do it. Waking up early, working hard, eating healthy, staying disciplined, these become natural rhythms that carry you forward. Strong habits are the secret of great people. Athletes do not train only when they feel motivated. They train because it is their habit. Writers do not write only when they feel inspired. They write daily because it is their habit. Leaders do not lead only when convenient. They lead consistently because it is their habit. Behind every success is a pattern of habits built over years. Building strong habits begins with small steps. Many people fail because they try to change everything at once. They start with big plans, but the weight is too heavy, and they quit. The key is to start small, but stay consistent. 10 minutes of reading. A short workout, writing a page a day. These may feel small, but over months and years, they build greatness. Another secret of habits is connection. If you connect a new habit to an old one, it is easier to keep. For example, if you want to start journaling, do it after brushing your teeth. If you want to meditate, do it after waking up. The old habit becomes a trigger for the new one. This makes it easier for your brain to remember. Environment also shapes habits. If your environment supports your goals, habits grow strong. If you keep books nearby, reading becomes easier. If you keep junk food away, eating healthy becomes easier. If your workspace is clean, focus becomes easier. Do not rely only on willpower. Design your environment to help you. Habits are not about perfection. You will miss days. You will fall sometimes. But the goal is to return quickly. Do not let one mistake become a pattern. If you miss a workout, do it the next day. If you break your routine, restart immediately. What matters is not never failing, it is never quitting. Why are habits so important before 2026? Because your future will not be built by one big action. It will be built by thousands of small actions repeated daily. While others waste time in distraction, your habits will quietly build strength, knowledge, and discipline. When 2026 comes, your results will not be luck. They will be the natural outcome of the habits you built in silence. Strong habits also give freedom. Many people think discipline and routine are cages, but in truth, they are keys. They free you from laziness, from regret, from wasted time. When good habits guide your day, you no longer struggle with endless decisions. You move forward naturally. Habits also protect your focus. They create automatic structure in your life. Instead of fighting distractions every moment, your habits keep you on track. They are your silent guardians, protecting your energy and your time. Think of habits as seeds. Each small action is a seed planted in your daily life. With care and repetition, these seeds grow into strong trees that give shade and fruit. By 2026, your life will reflect the seeds you plant now. Strong habits will give you strength, success, and peace. Weak habits will give you regret. The choice is yours. In the next chapter, we will explore the role of health and energy, how caring for your body and mind fuels your growth. But remember this truth: success is not built in a day, it is built daily. What you do repeatedly, you build strong habits, and they will carry you through silence into greatness. Chapter 11. Health, Energy and Growth. Your body is the foundation of your life. Without health, all your focus, discipline, and dreams become weak. A tired body cannot carry a sharp mind. A sick body cannot hold steady habits. Energy is the fuel that powers growth. If you want to build yourself in silence before 2026, you must protect your health. Raise your energy and use it to grow. Many people ignore their health until it breaks. They work non-stop, eat poorly, and rest too little. For a while it seems fine, but slowly the body weakens, the mind becomes cloudy, and motivation disappears. Without health, even small goals feel impossible. With health, even big goals become possible. That is why health is not an option, it is a priority. The first step toward health is caring for your body. Food is not just taste, it is fuel. What you eat becomes your energy. Junk food may give pleasure for a moment, but it steals strength in the long run. Fresh foods, vegetables, fruits, clean water and balanced meals give steady energy. Choosing good food is an act of self-respect. Each bite is either helping your future or harming it. Exercise is another key. Movement keeps the body alive. It strengthens the muscles, clears the mind, and lifts the spirit. Exercise does not need to be extreme. Even simple routines, walking, stretching, lifting, running, done consistently, build a strong body. A strong body gives confidence. It also teaches discipline, because you must push through discomfort to grow stronger. Rest is equally important. Many people brag about sleeping less, as if being tired is a sign of strength, but real strength comes from balance. Sleep restores the body and resets the mind. Without it, your focus fades, your emotions weaken, and your energy drops. Rest is not laziness, it is preparation. The silence of sleep is part of the growth you need. Energy is more than physical. Mental and emotional energy matter too. Negative thoughts, constant stress, and toxic relationships drain your energy as much as poor food or lack of rest. To protect your energy, you must protect your mind. Fill it with learning, with peace, with positive challenges. Stay away from endless drama, gossip, or comparison. Energy flows where attention goes. If you waste it on noise, you lose it for growth. Health and energy work together. Good food, regular exercise, and proper rest give physical strength. A calm mind, balanced emotions, and a peaceful environment give mental strength. Together, they create the energy you need to focus on yourself and grow in silence. Growth is the result of health and energy used wisely. With a strong body and clear mind, you can focus longer, work harder, and stay patient. Growth is not about sudden leaps, it is about steady progress. Each day of good health and focused energy adds up. By 2026, the person you become will be the result of the choices you make now. Silence supports health and energy. When you stay silent, you avoid wasting energy on unnecessary arguments, on proving yourself, or on reacting to every opinion. You keep your energy inside, using it for what truly matters. This quiet strength prepares you for the future. Another truth is that health and energy are gifts you must protect. You cannot buy them once they are lost. You cannot replace them easily. Protecting them daily is easier than repairing them later. Small daily choices, drinking water, resting, exercising, eating wisely, are investments in your future self. Why is this important? Before 2026, because these years are your preparation years. You need all your strength to build discipline, habits, and focus. If your body is weak and your energy is low, your preparation will fail. But if your health is strong and your energy is high, nothing can stop you. Your silence will not be weakness. It will be power under control. Think of your health as the foundation of a house. If the foundation is weak, the house will collapse no matter how beautiful it looks. If the foundation is strong, the house can stand against storms. Your health is that foundation. Build it strong now, and your growth will last. In the next chapter, we will explore the importance of financial discipline, how money, like energy, must be controlled and used wisely for your future. But carry this truth with you now. Health is not separate from success. It is the root of it. Protect your body, guard your energy, and you will have the strength to rise when the world finally hears your silence break into success. Chapter 12. Financial Discipline and Independence. Money is not the only measure of success, but without it, life becomes harder. Financial stress can destroy focus, weaken energy, and create fear. Many people spend their lives chasing money without discipline, only to find themselves trapped by debt and regret. But when you learn financial discipline, you gain freedom. Independence is not about being rich. It is about controlling your money instead of letting it control you. Financial discipline begins with respect for money. Every coin, every dollar carries value. Many people treat small amounts as nothing, wasting them on quick pleasures. But small amounts grow into large amounts over time. Every choice with money is either building your future or stealing from it. Respect for money does not mean greed. It means wisdom. The first rule of financial discipline is spending less than you earn. It sounds simple, but many fail because they let desire lead their decisions. They buy to impress others, to keep up appearances, or to feel pleasure in the moment. But those who are silent and disciplined choose differently. They save, they invest, and they use their money with purpose. Every dollar saved is a seed for tomorrow. Saving is not enough. You must also invest. Money that sits without use loses power, but money invested grows. Investments may be in education, skills, businesses, or financial tools. Each investment is a step toward independence. It means your money works for you instead of you always working for money. Another part of financial discipline is avoiding debt. Debt can chain you to the past and steal your future. Some debts may be necessary, like education or wise investments. But many debts are traps, buying luxuries you cannot afford or chasing status you do not need. Financial discipline means knowing the difference. It means choosing long-term stability over short-term pleasure. Silence is a weapon in financial discipline. Many people talk loudly about what they own, what they buy, or how they spend. They live to impress others, but silent people build quietly. They do not show their growth until it is undeniable. Their silence protects them from jealousy, judgment, and pressure. Financial independence grows best in silence. Budgeting is another tool of discipline. When you plan your money, you guide it. When you fail to plan, money disappears without control. A simple budget, knowing what comes in, what goes out, what is saved, and what is invested creates order. It gives you peace and control. Financial discipline is not about denying yourself joy. It is about balance. It is okay to enjoy your money, but do it wisely. Choose experiences that bring growth or memories, not empty pleasures that fade. Every choice should reflect your values, not the demands of others. Why is financial independence so important before 2026? Because freedom requires resources. You cannot focus on yourself fully if you are chained by financial stress. You cannot grow in silence if you are drowning in debt. Financial discipline in these silent years builds a foundation for freedom. When 2026 arrives, you will not only have skills and strength, you will also have independence. Money also connects with time. Without discipline, you spend your life trading hours for survival. With discipline, you build wealth that buys back your time. True independence is not about buying more things. It is about buying more freedom, more choices, and more peace. Financial discipline also teaches patience. Investments take time to grow. Savings take years to build. Impatient people waste money quickly, but patient people see their wealth multiply. Silence, patience, and discipline are the keys to financial growth. Remember this. Money is a tool, not a master. If you serve money, you will always feel empty. If you use money wisely, it will serve you. Financial discipline gives you the power to direct your life instead of being directed by your desires. Think of your financial life as a garden. If you plant wisely, water regularly, and protect your soil, the garden grows. But if you waste seeds, ignore the soil, and let weeds grow, the garden dies. Your money works the same way. Every choice is a seed for your financial garden. By 2026, the harvest you see will depend on the seeds you plant today. In the next chapter, we will explore the role of relationships and boundaries, how to protect your energy from people who distract you, and how to build connections that support your silent growth. But carry this truth with you. Financial discipline is not about wealth. It is about freedom. Independence means you control your life, your choices, and your future. Build that independence now in silence, and your success in 2026 will be unshakable. Chapter 13. Relationships and Boundaries. Human beings are social creatures. We all need relationships. Friends, family, teachers, mentors, and partners can bring love, support, and growth into our lives. But not all relationships are good for you. Some relationships lift you higher, while others pull you down. If you want to focus on yourself and stay silent before 2026, you must learn to manage relationships wisely and set strong boundaries. A relationship should help you grow, not destroy your peace. Too many people stay in toxic relationships because they fear being alone or because they want approval. But when you surround yourself with people who drain your energy, you lose your focus. Silence is not only about keeping your words, it is also about protecting your space. You must choose carefully who gets access to your time, your energy, and your heart. Boundaries are the walls that protect your inner world. They are not about rejecting people. They are about teaching people how to treat you. A boundary says, this is okay and this is not. Without boundaries, people may use you, distract you, or disrespect you. With boundaries, you protect your focus and your strength. Boundaries are not selfish, they are necessary for growth. Good relationships respect your boundaries. If someone becomes angry when you protect your time or energy, it means they never respected you in the first place. Real friends support your growth. They understand when you need silence, when you need space, and when you need focus. They encourage your discipline instead of trying to break it. Relationships also reflect who you are becoming. If you surround yourself with people who waste time, complain, or live without discipline, you may slowly become the same. But if you surround yourself with people who focus, who work hard, and who live with values, you will rise with them. Your environment shapes you more than you realize. Choosing relationships wisely is part of choosing your future. But even good relationships need balance. You cannot give all your time and energy to others while ignoring yourself. Sacrificing everything for others may sound noble, but it leaves you empty. To give love, you must have love inside you. To give strength, you must have strength inside you. This is why focusing on yourself first is not selfish, it is preparation. Strong people create strong relationships. Weak people create broken ones. Boundaries also mean saying no. Many people fear the word no because they want to please everyone. But every yes is also a no to something else. If you say yes to every party, you say no to your rest. If you say yes to every distraction, you say no to your growth. Boundaries are your way of protecting your priorities. Saying no with respect is a skill that saves your time and builds your strength. Relationships also test your silence. When others demand to know your plans, you must stay quiet. When people provoke you, you must resist reacting. Silence protects your focus from the noise of others. Not everyone deserves to know your dream. Not everyone has earned the right to hear your struggles. Share carefully, only with those who support and respect your path. Toxic relationships often reveal themselves through control, jealousy, or constant negativity. If someone always brings you down, always mocks your dreams, or always takes without giving, you must protect yourself. Sometimes that means reducing contact. Sometimes it means walking away completely. Silence gives you strength to step back without drama. Your peace is more valuable than their approval. But remember, relationships are not only dangers, they are also blessings. The right people inspire you, challenge you, and support you. A good friend celebrates your victories without envy. A good mentor shares wisdom without pride. A good partner respects your silence and joins you in discipline. These relationships are rare, but they are worth keeping. They give you energy instead of stealing it. Why are relationships and boundaries so important before 2026? Because your environment will shape your preparation. If you spend these years surrounded by distractions, by drama, or by negativity, your silence will be broken, and your growth will be delayed. But if you spend these years with boundaries, protecting your space, and choosing relationships wisely, your silence will be powerful, and your growth will be deep. Boundaries also teach respect. When you respect your own time, others will respect it too. When you respect your own growth, others will see it as valuable. You cannot expect others to value you if you do not value yourself first. Boundaries are a way of showing self-respect. Think of yourself as a garden. The right people are like water and sunlight. They help you grow. The wrong people are like weeds. They take your strength. Boundaries are the fence that protects your garden. Without the fence, weeds can enter and destroy. With the fence, you choose carefully what is allowed inside. By 2026, the strength of your garden will depend on the boundaries you build now. In the next chapter, we will explore the art of learning and growth, how constant knowledge shapes your silent years into powerful preparation. But carry this truth with you: relationships are powerful, and boundaries are protection. Choose carefully, protect wisely, and you will grow strong in silence, ready for the future. Chapter 14. The Art of Learning and Growth. Growth is not an accident. It is the result of constant learning and applying what you learn. Many people stop learning once school is over. They think education ends with a diploma, but real learning is lifelong. It is the daily habit of feeding your mind, testing new ideas, and improving yourself. If you want to focus on yourself and stay silent before 2026, you must master the art of learning and growth. Learning begins with humility. To learn, you must accept that you do not know everything. Too many people pretend to know it all, and because of their pride, they never grow. Humility opens the door to wisdom. It allows you to ask questions, to listen, and to explore new knowledge without fear. Books are one of the greatest tools for growth. A single book can give you the wisdom of someone's entire life. When you read, you connect with minds from the past and the present. You can learn from their successes and avoid their mistakes. A few pages each day can change the way you think forever. Reading is like planting seeds of greatness in your mind. But learning is not only from books. Life itself is a teacher. Every failure teaches resilience. Every success teaches strategy. Every person you meet can teach you something, if you are willing to listen. Growth happens when you see every moment as a lesson. Even pain can be a teacher. It shows you what to avoid, what to change, and what to strengthen. Application is the true test of learning. Knowledge without action is wasted. You may read 100 books, but if you never apply what you learn, your life will not change. Growth comes from doing. Try, fail, learn, and try again. Each attempt builds experience, and experience is the greatest teacher of all. Silence makes learning deeper. When you are silent, you listen more. You observe, you notice details others miss. You hear the lessons hidden in daily life. Silence gives you space to reflect on what you learn and to connect it with your own journey. Another part of learning is curiosity. Children grow quickly because they are curious. They ask questions, they explore. As adults, many lose this spark. But curiosity keeps your mind alive. It pushes you to keep searching for truth, to keep exploring new skills, and to keep challenging your limits. Curiosity turns silence into discovery. Growth is also about unlearning. Sometimes the beliefs or habits you carry are wrong. They may have helped you in the past, but now they hold you back. To grow, you must be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Unlearning is as important as learning. Why is learning and growth so important before 2026? Because the next years are not only for building discipline and habits, they are also for feeding your mind. The person you will be in 2026 depends on the knowledge you collect and apply now. If you stay curious, read, observe, and apply, your silent preparation will turn into visible wisdom. Growth also brings confidence. When you know more, when you understand more, you carry yourself with strength. You no longer fear the unknown. You see challenges as opportunities to apply your learning. Confidence built on growth is unshakable because it is real. Learning also connects with adaptability. The world changes quickly. New tools, new challenges, new opportunities appear. If you keep learning, you can adapt. If you stop, you fall behind. Growth makes you flexible and ready for anything. Think of growth as climbing a mountain. Each book, each lesson, each experience is a step higher. From each new height, you see farther. By 2026, the view you have will depend on how many steps you take now. Stay still, and the view stays the same. Keep learning, and the world opens wider. In the next chapter, we will bring everything together with the silent transformation, the moment when all your discipline, focus, and growth reveal themselves. But carry this truth with you. Learning is not a task. It is a way of life. Growth is not a destination. It is a journey. If you master the art of learning now, your silence before 2026 will not just prepare you, it will transform you. Chapter 15. Silent Transformation. Final chapter. Transformation is not loud. It does not happen with noise or with sudden explosions of change. True transformation is quiet. It is slow. It is steady. It is the kind of growth that happens inside you while the world thinks nothing is happening at all. Then, one day, the change is undeniable. The person who was once invisible now shines with strength. This is the power of silent transformation. When you decide to focus on yourself and stay silent, you are making a powerful choice. You are choosing growth over attention. You are choosing discipline over distraction. You are choosing patience over rush. In the beginning, it may feel lonely. People may not understand why you are so quiet, why you are not showing off, why you are not chasing quick results. But you know the truth. Silence is not emptiness. It is preparation. Silent transformation is built from everything you have learned in this journey. Focus keeps your energy directed. Discipline keeps you moving daily. Self-control protects your emotions. Patience teaches you timing. Habits create rhythm. Solitude gives clarity. Health gives energy. Financial discipline gives freedom. Boundaries protect your peace. Learning expands your mind. All of these pieces come together in silence, building a new version of you. The world may doubt you. They may forget about you. But that is the gift of silence. Because while they are distracted by noise, you are building. While they waste time comparing, you are growing. While they seek quick approval, you are preparing for lasting success. By 2026, the difference will be clear. You will not need to explain yourself. Your results will speak louder than any words ever could. Silent transformation also changes your relationship with yourself. You stop needing the approval of others. You stop chasing validation. You discover that strength comes from within. You find peace in your own company. You build trust with yourself. Because you keep your promises. You become the kind of person who does not need to talk about change. You embody it. But silent transformation is not magic. It requires work, patience, and sacrifice. You must be willing to let go of comfort, to say no to distractions, and to stay committed even when no one is watching. You must embrace the fact that change is slow, but every day of silence adds to your strength. Like a tree growing deep roots underground, your growth may be invisible, but it is real. By the time 2026 comes, your silence will have turned into something powerful. You will look back and see that every moment of focus, every act of discipline, every sacrifice, and every hour of solitude built the person you are now. That person will be strong, wise, and unshakable. That person will not need to shout. They will only need to stand, and the world will notice. Silent transformation is also about service. Once you have built yourself strong, you will be able to help others. You cannot pour water from an empty cup. But when your cup is full, when your life is strong, you can give without breaking yourself. Your silence now is not only for you, it is also for the impact you will make later. The greatest transformations often go unseen until the final moment. Think of the caterpillar turning into a butterfly. For a long time, it is hidden in the cocoon, silent and still. But inside, change is happening. Then one day it emerges with wings. Your journey before 2026 is your cocoon. Your silence is where transformation is taking place. And when the time comes, you will fly. This is the final lesson. Trust the process. Do not rush to show results. Do not break your silence just to prove yourself. Do not let doubt or impatience steal your growth. Transformation takes time. Stay disciplined, stay silent, stay focused. When your time arrives, your success will be undeniable. Your silent transformation will not only change how the world sees you, it will change how you see yourself. You will no longer need noise to feel strong. You will no longer need approval to feel worthy. You will know deep inside that you built this strength with your own hands, in your own silence. That is power no one can take away. As we close this audiobook, remember this journey does not end here. Every day between now and 2026 is part of your transformation. Each moment of silence is a brick in the foundation of your future. Use these years wisely. Protect your focus. Guard your energy. Build yourself in silence, and when the time comes, rise with strength. Because when you stay silent and focus on yourself, you do not need to announce your arrival. The world will see it, the world will feel it, and the world will respect it.